Well, Bucky, we've come accustomed to seeing this matchup over the last few years. Patriots, Broncos, however, no Peyton Manning in this game. But when we look at the matchup, we still have one premier Hall of Fame quarterback in Tom Brady going up against a premier pass rush in Denver.
We just saw this a year ago in the AFC Championship game. You talk about a terrific quarterback in Tom Brady having to face a ferocious pass rush and also some pretty good coverage in the back end.
I think they hit him something like 20 times in that game. But let's go to the tape here. I'll show you what I've been seeing from Tom Brady. You see the numbers there have been outstanding. Missed those games early in the season, but he has been on fire. And how about some of the new concepts they've incorporated here? Going to use the motion here. They see this forever. Going to identify the coverage. He knows he's got zone. Nobody trails him. This is like college football. We got a little zone read here. Going to read the back. Now I don't want to give it to him. Can raise up, pop it to the tight end, but there's not a lot of cushion there. His third option is going to be dragging across the field in Edelman, and in this case, Tom actually had to get away from some trouble to buy some more time. If he had a clean pocketbook, he hits him in stride, but he works his way all the way across the field to his third option, ends up getting a huge chunk play down the field. So Tom Brady, you don't necessarily think about this offense in a college sense, but that's a little college philosophy there. This is what you can't do against Brady. You're going to give him this much cushion, he's going to slice you up. This is exactly what he does right here. You're going to take a little hitch here, and it's not a 5-yard hitch, not 5 yards. Ends up being about 13 yards, and so you've got to press up on these receivers. That's something that Denver traditionally does with their corners, and they're going to need to do it in this one as well. Look at what he's done on the road this year. I don't know if zero interceptions is quite impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. 15-0 touchdown interception ratio. The one thing that the Denver Broncos will do is they're trying to disrupt his rhythm. And the best way to do it is with your pass rush. Here we see Shane Ray just kind of lining up, muddling around. It's one of the things that Wade Phillips has done. He has added some creative blitzes. Very simple in nature, but nice by design. Here, Shane Ray comes around, loops around to the A-gap, gets a sack. But then when you have a guy that is dominant off the edge like Von Miller, you don't necessarily have to blitz. Von Miller one-on-one, watch the hand play, then it's the dip and rip, finds a way to get home to take down Alex Smith. With Tom Brady, he is always operating with that internal clock in his head. He wants to make sure that he gets the ball out of his hands, and it's imperative that he does so, because there you see the stat. 100 quarterback hits. I mean, that's the most by any team. Since the stat has been tracked, they knock quarterbacks around. I think they're going to knock Tom Brady around a little bit in this one.
Yeah, that stat's been around for 15-plus years too, Buck. So that's impressive. My thing is when you look at this matchup, before I say who's going to win it, we talked about Tom Brady. We talked about that pass rush. The thing that can help Tom Brady and neutralize that pass rush is the run game of Garrett Blount. They need to get him rolling.
They need to run the football. And also, when you come off the heels of watching the Denver Broncos get absolutely bludgeoned by the Tennessee Titans a week ago, yeah, I would expect the New England Patriots to look to run the ball, because when you run the ball, you have an opportunity to slow those rushers down. And also, when you got Garrett Blount playing as well as he is, I think it's a nice game plan for them.
All right, who you got here?
This is tough, but I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. I think the Denver Broncos are in a must-win situation. They play with the level of desperation that we're accustomed to them seeing. They have the confidence to knock off the Patriots. I also believe they have the people on the outside to match up. Without Rob Gronkowski, I think it shows up. Let's go to Broncos.
There's a couple things I never do, Bucky. I never go to opening day for baseball. It's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Never open your biggest Christmas present first. You'll be disappointed. You want to save that to the end. And never, ever go against Tom Brady.
Ever?
I can't do it. I got to
never, ever go against Tom Brady.
I'm going with the Patriots in this one on the road. They get a big win. Tom Brady, Trevor Siemian, really?
Man,
come on, Buck.
Made yourself a lot of fans on Twitter.